Hello again. Welcome. Welcome back to the Conscious Pathways YouTube channel. In this channel, we're going to look at not only Kashmir Shaivism teachings, we're also going to look at specialized teachings for today, for right now. Meditations to do with observing and moving from anxiety. Meditations to cultivate equipoise in the midst of chaos. Meditations to help us observe and not get caught in our overwhelm. Meditations that help us to cultivate kindness to ourselves and others. These are the things we're going to do here. And I'm going to keep it very informal. Right now you might be hearing a bit of wind outside the window. It's a very stormy night here in Auckland, New Zealand. So welcome to my living room. Welcome. Let's explore meditation. Let's explore Kashmir Shaivism together. And if you have any burning questions about meditation, things you've always wanted to know, but you haven't been sort of confident to ask, you haven't known who to ask, you haven't known where to look, drop me a comment. I'd be happy to have a look. So, meditation. What is meditation? Well, depending on what school of meditation you follow, what tradition of meditation you follow, there's many different definitions, many different ways of seeing and understanding what meditation is. For me, in my life, it's about becoming conscious. It's about becoming aware. In a very funny way, it's about being more human. You don't have to be all holy and dress up in robes and stand on the summit of a mountain and have your picture taken on Instagram and say, I have reached the supreme goal, and now I shall teach it to you underlings. You don't need to do that. Nobody needs to do that. So you may ask, why do I teach meditation? Because I love meditation. Why do I teach meditation? Because it works. Why do I practice meditation? Because the benefits start to unfold in life when we have a meditation practice. Does it mean that difficulties will disappear? No. Does it mean life's going to be easier? No. But you will be easier. You will be easier. It will be easier to navigate difficult emotions. It'll be easier to look at the shadow and truly see it for what it is. Meditation helps. Meditation helps us own our humanity. Now, you might be listening to this and thinking, oh, Grant, this is all very New Age woo-woo. This New Age woo-woo is about 5,000 years old. 5,000 years old. Let that sink in. And it's been practiced since that time. Tantra, which is the basis of Kashmir Shaivism, has been practiced for thousands of years. In India, in Nepal, in Japan, in America, in New Zealand, in Australia, in Spain, in France. It's spread all around the globe. Why does something spread all around the globe? If it's a technology, if it's a science, why does it spread? Because it works. Because there's something in it. Because scholars have dedicated their life to translating these scriptures. Because practitioners have dedicated their lives to going deep into meditation. And why? They're not silly people. It's because it works. It works. So, Tantric meditation is about being engaged in worldly life. It's about learning how to touch our center of consciousness, our center of awareness, and live from that place. That's what it's all about. We can do it wherever we are, wherever we are. Take a comfortable posture with me for a minute. And just follow your breath. That's all you have to do, just follow your breath. Breath comes in and the breath goes out. Just follow it. No need to force anything, just follow the flow of the breath. And now, while you are continuing to follow the flow of the breath inwardly, I'll continue to talk just a little bit about meditation, which is kind of funny. Because talking about meditation is kind of like talking about silence. So in the Vijnana Bhairava, which is a scripture from Kashmir Shaivism, from around about the 8th century, breathing in and breathing out is known as the Hamsa mantra. Hamsa, the unuttered mantra, the natural mantra, and it goes on 21,600 times a day. The breath comes in and the breath goes out. So tell me, how often are you aware of the breath? How often am I aware of the breath? I mean, let's face it, if you're going to be a tantrika, if you're going to be a yogi, if you're going to be a meditator, this is a lifelong thing, baby. This is not like, I'm going to practice and then one day I'm going to perfect it, nothing more to learn. The best masters I've ever met have always said, there's always more to learn. There's always more to learn. In fact, I remember that a meditation master was asked in front of me, are you enlightened? And they said, you know I can't answer that question. What a wonderful answer. What a wonderful answer. So, in this channel, long-form teachings, different Kashmir Shaivite teachings, dharanas, which are visualizations, also targeted teachings, things you want to learn. Do you want to learn how to step out of anxiety? Do you want to learn how to not be overwhelmed? Do you want to learn how to connect more with others? Do you want to learn how to actively listen? What do you want to learn? What would you like to learn? Having this curious mindset is always very helpful, because then we have what's known as a beginner's mind. There's always something more to discover. So, drop a comment in the comments. What is it you'd like to learn? What is it you'd like to explore? And I'll create some videos around that. You'll notice that we're getting towards the 10-minute mark. I'm going to keep these videos between 10-20 minutes, okay? So it's enough time for you to have the content digest it a little bit, maybe go back and to certain areas. This one's been very general, right? This is sort of setting up where we're going to go to from here. I'm not going to hose you down with information, okay? It's not going to be like huge 4-hour teachings every day. We'll need to save that for retreat, which is a whole other wonderful thing. And hopefully, as I've been speaking, you have been aware of the breath coming in and the breath going out. The breath coming in and the breath going out. If you'd like a formal teaching around this, around the breath coming in and the breath going out, check out my Insight Timer. I record dharanas, visualizations, and put that on Insight Timer for people. Check it out. It's dharana number 1, and it's about Hamsa, the natural mantra of the breath. So there you have it. It's been really nice to be with you this evening, this windy, mysterious evening. I'll be posting videos once or twice a week. Check them out. And as I say, if you have any questions, let me know. And the breath comes in, and the breath goes out. And the breath comes in, and the breath goes out. And the breath comes in, and the breath goes out.